Uber or Lyft? Which company should you be using? Now, obviously, this video is being narrated from the perspective of a personal injury attorney. But we've done an analysis of the benefits and the, negatives of using both Uber and Lyft, and we have an opinion. So if you've been out on the roads at any time over the last couple of years, I'm sure you've noticed the proliferation of Uber and Lyft rideshare services. If you drive around at night, you'll see Uber and Lyft lights in the front windshields of vehicles all over whatever town you're in. Now, we're in St. Petersburg, we're in Pinellas County, but again, I'm sure it's the same all over the country. And so with the sheer number of Uber and Lyft rideshares on the roads, there obviously have come increased accidents. And we are getting a very high volume of calls after an Uber or Lyft accident, which prompted this video. Because of all these accident cases we are getting, we are learning much more about Uber and Lyft and their insurance policies. So, generally speaking, again, this is not just from a personal injury attorney, but also we use Uber and Lyft. And I'd say generally speaking, Lyft is slightly cheaper. I'd say in the range of 5 to 10%, it's less expensive than Uber. However, there is a huge difference that we've uncovered in the insurance policies that Uber and Lyft carry. On one hand, you have Uber. They are insured through Progressive, which is a very large insurance company. And they carry $1 million of uninsured motorist coverage. Now you may ask, what is uninsured motorist coverage? That is the money that is available to pay for your injuries if you are a passenger in an Uber and you are struck by another vehicle, you're in a car accident and you're injured, and that driver did not have enough money to compensate you for your injuries. So as a pot of last resort, you look to the Uber policy and they have $1 million through Progressive. To the contrary, Lyft is insured through Greenwich Insurance Company, which is a much smaller insurance company. They're based out of the Northeast. They don't have nearly as many resources here in Florida, and they only carry $250,000 worth of UM coverage. So again, if you're a passenger in a Lyft, you're struck by someone else, whether it's a truck or another car, whatever the case may be, and you have an injury, there's only $250,000 in that pot of last resort for you. And let me tell you, as a personal injury attorney, $250,000 does not go very far if you've sustained any type of serious injury like a surgery. So it is our professional opinion that you always should be using Uber. It is a much safer product to you, and they have gone out and actually spent more money to protect you as a passenger. So don't use Lyft unless it's the only car that's nearby. Always, if you have a choice, err on the side of picking Uber. Now, one last public service announcement regarding Uber and Lyft. Because these cases are coming in so frequently, we are really learning a lot about the intricacies of these policies and how exactly the companies work after an accident. And so we recently had a Lyft accident case where our client was a passenger, and the history of the ride was deleted off of her phone. So we advise every single person immediately after an accident, screenshot the history of the ride. Now, we contacted the driver of that Lyft. He said there's absolutely no way, had nothing to do with that had to come from corporate. So you need to protect yourself. And I think we're going to be okay in that situation, but still, it is troubling. Also, if you are a driver for Uber and Lyft and you do not have a passenger, you're driving around with just simply the app on, and you are in an accident, also screenshot to prove that app was on. Because we've had a situation here over the past month where a driver in that very same situation was driving, had both apps on, was in an accident. Both Uber and Lyft denied any type of responsibility, claimed they had no knowledge. So don't trust them. Screenshot the history so that you have proof of it. Hopefully you are not in an Uber or Lyft accident, but if you are, our office here in St. Petersburg has been handling a lot of these cases. We're knowledgeable and we're sophisticated in terms of handling Uber and Lyft accident claims, and our consultations are always free.